Yes, people. Yes, people. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Shameless FC. And the kings of Europe are here to celebrate. We are the champions of Europe. You already know we're going to roll with the props straight from the start. Big up everyone who's locked in the Shameless gang. Smash the
I didn't
like
see that
and
coming.
subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already for your European champions. And all hail the kings of Europe. Big up everyone who's locked in. Big up Flawless, Ryan, and Slav, who's coming in late as well. Forgot to say. And big up Babs as well. What's everyone saying? How's everyone's week been? Big up Kevin, already with the donation, saying champions of Europe. We know who we are. We know what we are. We know what we are. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. And King Shameless is here to host the show for you guys today.
Shameless.
First off, Flawless, how's your week been, my guy?
You know what's mad about Kevin? I was doing an NBA live watch along last night. A man dropped a super chat on my channel saying the exact same thing. Just to say, he dropped a couple others about the game, but man dropped a super chat just to chat.
Yo, if you're dropping super chats,
Chelsea
come to my
being the
channel and drop
champions
that
of
as well,
Europe.
please.
Just be the champions of Europe, innit? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my week's been mixed, innit? Obviously, United lost to the Villarreal, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still getting over that. But Manchester City didn't win the Champions League, innit? So salute to you lot. Chelsea did what needed to be done. So big up to you lot. But aside from that, my week's been all right still. It's been okay.
Chelsea saving Europe as per usual. You do love to see it. Football has been saved twice in a year, and twice has been done by Chelsea. First by the Chelsea fans outside the bridge. Second by your champions of Europe, as you expect to see. Ryan, what are you saying, my G? How's your week been?
Yeah, man, all good, man. Just, happy again that I would have rather Chelsea had won. And yeah, man, just got my first COVID jab earlier on today. So yeah, man, all good at the moment, bro.
Love to hear it.
You good?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine, bro. Feeling
You
fine.
alright?
Man. Cheers.
Okay, all right. You know what I mean, just that sick feeling from being a Liverpool fan, man. It's that you good, excellent stuff, man.
You're
You know what I'm
funny
saying?
next to your Ollie shirt, innit?
Different
Different settings with the Ollie shirt closer, innit? I love to see
What a
it, bro.
dickhead! What a dickhead, Joe, innit? What a dickhead! Go on,
I
carry
see
on,
the
man.
Glazier scarf's disappeared as well. Where's that gone?
Nah, it's because if I hang it there, it doesn't matter. The Glazers scarf is right here. You see that? You know, always talking shit. It's right
Is that
here.
a
but if I
Glazer
hang it
scarf
on
or is
there,
that a
it
Norwich
doesn't-
City scarf?
You know
Mate?
what
What
I'm
is
saying?
that?
Yo, that's
Yeah,
what I
Norwich,
said.
Norwich.
See, it don't fit the white in that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it on, innit?
Nah, it don't fit the white, man. Innit? You got color coordinate out here. You know what I'm saying?
Say the word.
Man
Say the
say
word.
looking godly, angel-like in the white, innit? But we move in that. You know what I'm saying? We move.
Come on, as always. Big up Neeloid saying Giroud contract extended just so he could thank Arsenal after winning the league. And with that in mind, Babs, how's your week been, mate?
Do you know what? This is the maddest thing. So obviously, last Saturday was depressing. Like, I was like, oh man, here we go. Sunday was but to be fair, from Monday to now, it's actually been a pretty productive week. So in life, obviously, I'm obviously doing my channel right now, making content. I'm making some of the best content I've ever made. I've lost a bit of weight as well. So
Let's
like,
go.
I actually ain't that depressed right now. But I would like to say, all banter aside, congratulations to Chelsea Football Club. You won the Champions League. You deserve to be boasting and be happy right now. But yeah, man, as I said, keep doing your thing.
Love to hear it, man. Love to hear that you're shining in your own light as well. Just like as we move on to our first subject, the champions of Europe are shining bright all over the continent. Europe is under lockdown. Europe has officially been welcomed into the AC Penitentiary, courtesy of Don Andreas and the rest of the Chelsea boys. We are your two-time champions of Europe. And after the last few weeks and the calamity ends the Premier League season, you know what? If they were saving their bodies for this match, it's all forgiven. It's okay. I don't care about the Villa match. I don't care about the Arsenal game anymore. Dropping that other tin pot trophy that we lost 2 weeks ago, it don't even matter, to be honest. We are champions of Europe and we are running this until we get eliminated next season. Do you want to know why? Because if we lost, the amount of corn I would be holding on this show would be unimaginable. We would be getting called the biggest bottle jobs since probably Tottenham in 2015. It would have been that peak. But here we are, champions of Europe, second time in a row. And the first thing I want to say as well, this one, not even like 2012 where you could say we fluked it or other teams played badly compared to us. Nope. We dominated from the round of 16 onwards. We absolutely dominated all teams that came across us. And if we played them again right now, the result would be the same. If we had the exact same road to the final with the exact same teams, I am confident that would be the exact same end result as well. We have probably been the single most dominant run to the final since Barca 2015, maybe. I feel like every other team since then, like there's been a bit of a question mark behind the run to the final. There's been at least a comeback since then, but no one's dominated from start to finish the way Chelsea have. And the best part is, in 2012, it felt like it was, oh, for goodness sakes, just deep. We got spammers all across the place as usual. It's always the flawless spammers. I don't get it.
I don't know
It's
what it
always
is, you know.
I don't know, innit? You know what I'm saying? But yo,
Some guys got a mad agenda against you, Flawless.
it is what it is, innit? It is.
Nah,
I
this
don't
happened
know.
on everyone's streams. I was just on Monsters and he's having the exact same bullshit as well.
This is why I don't stream. You gotta
Yeah,
get
so-
spammers if you just post
Nah, it
videos.
happens, innit?
Hey,
Yo,
we got Babs accounts now. That's a
Yeah.
fast. At
when
least.
when you shining, that's what happens, innit? Lewis, when you shining, Bob's the same to you. Ryan has been fake accounts to you. You said Monster. That's what happens, innit? That's what comes with the territory, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? When you're being successful. Bob's over there, like you said, producing the best content of his life, losing weight. People gonna hate, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that. People gonna hate. You all there getting slim for summer and that. I respect it. Love to hear it.
Love to hear it. But as we move into the final, one question I want to ask you guys, because I've seen people, as per usual, trying to take it away from us. And I want to ask the question as well, because we are going to turn it into Man City too, because it's a game of two halves. Manchester City did not come and play the same way they've been playing throughout the season. They didn't even set up the same way either. But was it Chelsea dominating, or would you guys say it was Pep Guardiola overthinking yet again?
I think it was both, if I'm being honest. Like, you got to give full credit to Chelsea. They outclassed Man City, best team by an absolute mile. And like you said, literally the run to the final as well. Literally every round, you pammed Atletico over 2 legs. You beat Porto pretty comfortably, and you pammed Real Madrid over 2 legs as well. Like, you fully deserved to win the final. You were just a better team by a mile. And thing is, City never laid a glove on Chelsea, not even in the second half. Like, second half was pretty boring because you knew City were not going to score. Like, that's the thing. Like, it was obvious. But then on the other hand, if Pep had played his best team, played a DM and played his normal formation, and not overthought it like he hasn't done in the Champions League run this season, then yeah, maybe City could have won. But that's Pep's own fault, and Chelsea took advantage of it. And fair play to Chelsea. You know, I do feel like because Pep has been getting so much criticism, and rightly so, it has taken the shine off what Tuchel and his team did as well. Like, you fully deserved it, and credit to you.
But here's the thing, it really shouldn't, because, yeah, granted, they came into a Champions League final without a DM, and that's a massive howler. But if we weren't good enough, we wouldn't have beaten Manchester City on the day. And the first 30 minutes, I'm not going to sit here and act like it was all Chelsea. Raheem Sterling had a few chances. There was that Phil Foden chance, which Rudiger came out and he had an amazing block about 20 minutes in. And even a few from us. Timo Werner had his Timo Werner chances, and it always happens with Werner. But it is what it is. The guy's a decoy for the last few weeks of the season, and he opened up the space for Kai Havertz to get his goal. So I don't even care about the misses no more. But it's a game of two halves. If we weren't good enough, we would have been 1-0 down before we even had the chance to get the equaliser.
Yeah, I hear that. And the thing is, you mentioned it, yeah, Chelsea did what they had to do, because beating Manchester City, whether Pep picked the right team or the wrong team, is a tough ask. They're a great side, like no one's disputing that. But the way that it gets swept under the rug that Pep has failed in Europe again, this is not the first time he's done this. This is nothing new. Yeah, like him making the wrong decision. If he would have played the best team and Chelsea win, we're not having a conversation, but you've made another mistake. How do you not play a DM? How do you not play Fernandinho, knowing how strong Chelsea's midfield is, knowing they have Conte and Jorginho in there, knowing that they play 2 10s in terms of Havertz and who was the other one who started?
Mount.
Havertz and Mount.
Havertz and Mount.
No, Werner and Mount, and it was Havertz
Werner and
up
Mount
front.
and Havertz up top. So knowing you're going to have players who operate in that space, that 10 space, you need a DM. Like, you should know this, but we've seen him do it in the final. We've seen him do it against Lyon. We've seen him do it against Spurs, where he overthinks it and picks the wrong team. And he's not. We're trying to call him the GOAT. And what is it? 11 years now since he's won the Champions League. And it's the fashion as well. It's the manner in which he's done it. You shouldn't be all the money he spent. He shouldn't be losing to Lyon. You know what I'm saying? In the fashion, he shouldn't be losing to a Spurs. He shouldn't be losing to Chelsea like that. Even though Chelsea are a very good side with a very good manager, we need to have this conversation.
He shouldn't have lost. Also, he shouldn't have lost to that Liverpool side that knocked them out as well, because it was in 2018 and City were a much better team than us at that time. We that was the season we got to the first final, and like City should have beaten us over 2 legs 100%. But Pep overthought it in the first leg, and they were 3-0 down with no way back in the second leg. And he's done this for years. It's like, And then you realise this year, he's the one time he doesn't overthink it in the knockouts. Oh yeah, he gets to the final, but in the biggest game, he overthinks it. Like, I thought he'd learned his lesson, and that's what really surprised me. I thought he was just going to put out his normal team. That's why I thought City would win, because I was like, if Pep plays his normal team and doesn't overthink it, City will probably win it. But like, he's only got himself to blame, because like you said, if he picks his normal team and doesn't overthink it and they still lose, then it's down to the players at the end of the day then. But now it's Pep getting the criticism, and he deserves it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, though, because it's happened way too many times now as well. And we now got to ask the question, obviously domestically, we know where Pep Guardiola stands at the top. When it comes to these competitions, is he a bit of a bottle job at this point? Is it fair to call him that?
I think it's unfair to call him a bottle job. I think he's just not good enough in Europe.
I'm going harsh because King Shameless.
King Shameless. We're always quick to, as soon as a team loses or a player doesn't perform or he bottled it. Maybe he's just not good enough, and I don't think it's a bottle job thing. Him not picking Fernandinho, he's not bottled the decision. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Gareth Southgate with the 4 right backs in the England squad. It doesn't give me that type of vibe.
What I'll say about Pep, right, is he has a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, but you know, the teams that he's lost to in Chelsea, Liverpool of that year, and Lyon, they all have a plan A they perfect. And Pep doesn't play to his strengths sometimes. He tries to play, you know, and try to hurt the opposition's weakness. Sometimes you just play to your strengths, which is what Chelsea did. Mount's good in the half spaces, so as Havertz and Werner, and, you know, they play a high line. They played into Chelsea's hands. So sometimes Pep's kind of almost got to put his ego to one side and go, this is a good team, and you respect them, and play to my strengths and play my best players as well. Because if I'm right in saying so far, the games that Chelsea have played Man City, have Man City ever played a full, proper, you'd say, best team? Every game it's either a back three with Ake or they got no Fernandinho. Like, why don't you just try your best team out? And if you lose, then, you know, then you say Chelsea the better team. Yeah. But ultimately, there's no point of discussing hypothetics. Chelsea won the Champions League. Give them credit for that. They beat Pep Guardiola, and what was meant to be was meant to be.
Yeah,
exactly that. A big up. I can't pronounce his name. Druv saying DT recently said London is still red. Babs, what do you think? Personally, I think London has been blue since 2012. Personally, I agree with this comment as well, but we were going to have to come and bring this comment in anyway. So, Babs, what's your thoughts on the London argument? Is it officially in the mud, or do you still think there's something Arsenal can hold on to in this argument for now?
No, obviously, look, there's both sides to the argument. Chelsea fans are always going to say London is blue because you're a Chelsea fan. And Arsenal fans, most of them will say London is red because we're Arsenal fans. That's how football works. If I was flawless, what colour Manchester is, you say the same thing, it's red, right? So, but no, as of right now, you've just won a Champions League, so you're the best team in London. That's factual evidence. You right now have won the Champions League and we couldn't qualify for European football. So, obviously right now, you'd say London is blue because you've just won the Champions League. But what I say overall London is blue, in my opinion, I'm obviously going to say no because I'm an Arsenal fan. But would I rather be in Chelsea's position right now where you're making history now, or have Arsenal's history in the past and we're making nothing right now? I'd rather be Chelsea right now. Because you right now, you know, you're winning Champions Leagues, you won a Premier League title a few years ago, you're winning trophies, European trophies like the Europa League. What are we doing right now? So right now Chelsea are the better team and I'd rather be in your position, if I'm being honest. So I am jealous and I'm fearing, because if London isn't blue right now, then how long before it is blue? Because it's only a matter of time with the way you're going.
You said it in terms of tribalism, though. You said you think London is red because you're an Arsenal fan and because we're Chelsea fans. I need to ask, like, in terms of if you take tribalism out of the question, what do you think
blue and bin blue?
London is?
Yeah,
London's blue and bin blue. And on the Manchester comment as well, yes, Manchester City had a more successful side currently right now. But without a Champions League, the City can never be blue. Without the Champions League, the City can never. There's only one place in Manchester where you can see the Champions League, and it's not the blue half.
my City's not in debate.
Yeah, that's true.
Ancelotti.
Well, that's not really hard.
Ancelotti and Everton are this year.
What colour the Tranmere Rovers playing? That's what colour they're City.
The blue as well, eh?
Your Ollie shirt, they're playing that colour, bro.
What, they playing gold? Yeah? You playing
Wait,
gold?
okay, so
Gold, like white in it.
Oh, me? Oh, I thought you meant when you said the Ollie shirt and that.
From here, it looks kind of white though. To be fair,
does it? You colourblind, fam. You know what I'm saying? But we move. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, big up Myron saying champions. We are London's representatives in Europe, done and dusted. Coming for that league next. Let's go. Come on. Yad Boss saying Lewis London is blue, and Fatta saying, well, I hope you liked our detour after watching a game nearby your pub. Yeah, because he was the one watching it at Waterloo Road, that he was the one who went down to the Emirates with all his mates afterwards.
Yeah,
I
London.
can't be
I think where's the photo on this as well. I still got to say.
Just can't be asked.
Yep, Thierry Henry getting dunked on Arizona.
Yeah, that is, bro. That is.
They taking
bad.
liberties and that. Yeah, I mean, they called it to the up plug, you know, wrapped it around man's boat, you know.
But do you know what that will do though?
What Shameless and everything, Fatter, I might need to give you this crown after last Saturday because that belongs to you, my G.
What that will do though is it will spark a lot of personal stuff now. Like Arsenal fans I've spoken to, they're not like that at all. Like it's like I don't know if Chelsea have got any statues around your ground because I've not been to your ground, but imagine if an Arsenal fan turned up there after the FA Cup final and started, you know, vandalising it as well. Your fans will not be happy either. So look, it's all funny and banter, but I don't know. You could call me salty in that because I probably am, but I just didn't like that. Like Man City won the league title and they didn't. Man City fans aren't going to, you know, Old Trafford and going to the Busby Babe statues and starting putting Man City flags over that. So look, I understand it's football rivalry and I know it's not all Chelsea fans and idiots will be idiots, but yeah, it had me triggered. I won't lie to you.
Of course, that would trigger you in that. Again, me, they've cemented the city being blue, and then they go and do that to your favor. I understand that. I get it. Innit? If I was you, I'd be salty too, and that. And if it was City fans doing that at OT, of course I'd feel away. But it is what it is. Same way, fair is fair because I've already said this when you tweeted me about it and was like, "Oh, if United won the Champions League, would you pull up today?" I had 100%. You know what I'm saying?
It's obviously it's all about your personal and how you are. Like me as a person, when Arsenal won the FA Cup, my thought wasn't to go to Tottenham's ground or Chelsea's ground. It was to go celebrate Arsenal fans. But obviously some fans, they take the rivalry more. It means more to them than it means to me. Like I want my club to win and that's kind of it. But I'm sure if Arsenal had won the Champions League, I'd be just as shameless. But I wouldn't be pulling up to Stamford Bridge and putting up stuff there. But that's just me. Like I can only think about myself as a person.
If it's not out of the way and the Etihad's closer to me than OT is, so man could get there quick.
No, but Stamford Bridge is closer to me than Emirates is.
Hey,
Stamford Bridge is I think 20 minutes closer to me.
The same thing for them. They were at a pub in Holloway Road.
Yeah,
but see, the fact that it's closer to me doesn't mean I'd still go there.
Yeah, I mean, if the Emirates was on the way to OT if we won the Champions League, I'm pulling up there
I just want to know, why were you watching the Champions League final at Arsenal in the first place? Like, why couldn't you go to Chelsea or something? Like, go get to West London, get to the other parts of London.
I can't be arsed with you, man. 1 sec, I'll get on the chair.
Send the photo.
I'll pull up. Yeah, like I said, if Anfield was closer, I'd pull up there as well.
Look,
that's
speaking,
a hell of a photo to be fair. You're being the one of me on top of the Emirates. So
I don't know, man.
Look at me. He's not pulled up on the up block, you know.
Look at Jem and Slens as well. I can't be arsed.
Who's the guy in the middle?
Up block. That's Jem.
In the middle, that's Jem.
No. Who's the guy with the glasses? No, the guy with the glasses.
Prime.
Yeah, who's that?
Prime.
Oh, is that the Irish guy?
Yeah, he's on Football Terrace and just like a bunch of other man's streams.
Right, he lives in London then. Oh, that's mad. Now, personally, for me, in my opinion, this is just me. You fans can find it banter. I find this embarrassing, personally speaking. But I can understand this rivalry and I can understand this banter, but I just didn't like it.
No, I hear that. I will say you're a lot less salty about it than we were on Twitter Spaces last weekend. Because when it was last weekend, you were fuming about it.
As I've told you, right? Saturday was awful. Sunday was depressing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday has been very productive. So I'm not going to be in a bad mood right now.
It's just taking your mind off, innit? That's it.
Bro, listen, life's going on. Like, it feels like to me, like with what I've done this week, it feels like it's been 2 weeks since the final, but it's not even been a week yet. It's just sometimes people, they ponder too much. And look, Chelsea fans, they deserve to celebrate. I've got nothing against you celebrating. I just don't want this coming to the Arsenal ground. It just triggers me. It does annoy me. Likewise, it would be with Chelsea fans if it was Arsenal fans. So it works both ways. But yeah, look, listen, as I said, I was very, very triggered on Sunday. Like, I literally, like, I can't explain to you enough how I was like, there was this feeling in my heart. Like, I was like, yo, I want to pull up the Stamford Bridge right now and do something. but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be real.
If you don't win the league or the Champions League, I kind of expect the same energy.
No, it will happen. It will happen for me, but it will happen. I know that for a fact. Because I know Arsenal fans that, like me, they're not as patient as me. They're not as, forgiving as me. They will forget the Champions League or the Premier League. We're talking even the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. They're going to pull up there. They just want an excuse there now. Because they've just seen that. I remember a few years ago, it was Goldbridge came down to Arsenal and he filmed the video outside and he was mocking our statues. And then when Arsenal played Man United at Old Trafford, someone took a piss outside Old Trafford just to piss off Goldbridge. So fans this will escalate into stuff, which I don't want it to happen because it shouldn't be like that. Respect the territory.
Yeah, You know what
Yeah,
I'm
respect your territory. You know, respect the rivalry. You can hate on the other club, but you don't have to pull up to their ground. And, look, taking photos is fine.
yeah.
I don't mind taking photos, but it was just the Henri.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
I'd say that though, but if we say respect the rivalry, the whole thing about rivalry is disrespect.
Yeah, but
know what it
it's
is?
a level, isn't it? It's a level to
Yeah,
it.
you have to be disrespectful respectfully. That's what it is. That's the key right there, isn't it? Be disrespectful, but respectfully. That's what it is. The whole pissing, that's too far. Obviously, pulling up, taking
Yeah.
pictures.
Wait, a
the
man
game's the
literally
game in that.
pissed. No, that's a
Yeah,
man.
I forgot who it was. It was a
that's
photo
too
of it,
far.
man.
That's too far. You get what I'm saying? And that once you start doing stuff like that and permanently vandalizing statues and pissing, that's too far. I wouldn't do all that. Would I pull up at the up block? Yeah, and take a picture? That's as far as it
It's
goes.
fun. Take a picture. I don't mind taking a
Yeah.
picture. I probably would do the
Yeah.
same if I was at Stamford Bridge. That's
Yeah,
that Henri
100%.
thing. I just really didn't. I didn't like that at all, man.
Yeah, that's too far.
I mean, I'm just glad that
Go on.
I'm just glad that my biggest rivals are dead and they're busy losing Europa League finals to.
But Ryan, let me ask you a question, right?
Villarreal.
Man United have just won the Champions League. It's happened somehow. Ollie's done it somehow. He's at the
Yeah,
win.
miracle.
United fans have pulled out outside Anfield and they've come to, I don't know, what do you have a Bill Shankly statue outside your ground?
Yeah, but we
they
got the
put a
Shankly gates.
Or what, there's a statue outside your ground and they've put Man United logos all over it. What would you be doing?
Yo, it
That's
would
too
piss
far.
me off. I'm not gonna lie.
It would really piss you off because you're like,
I could
you just
understand.
won a Champions League and you're really putting it in. And, like,
Yeah,
I
no,
get
I
it.
remember
But shit.
Chelsea fans doing that
I
outside
can
the
understand
hub.
them pulling up outside the stadium and maybe singing songs about Liverpool or something. Like, fair enough in it, but like, don't like go and like put United scarves and shirts on like statues and shit. Like, yeah, there's no point really. Like, I wouldn't go. Like, if we won the Champions League, I wouldn't go. Because I live closer to OT than Anfield. I would probably go to OT and take the piss, but I wouldn't like put a Liverpool shirt on Fergie's statue or something. Like, I would just won't bother in it.
It's happened in the past though. I think there's like an Arsenal team photo as well outside, and people vandalised that as well. And I was like, we get it. Yeah, you don't like Arsenal, but don't be doing stuff like that because it just comes across as like a bit too much. But as I said, football fans will be football fans, and idiots will be idiots.
Yeah, I'm just getting team of the season photo up on here. Big up Fata saying, let me clarify. When you go to realize that all the pubs from central London to West London are all fully booked on that day, you're struggling to find a pub nearby the bridge. Yeah, I remember that. You were telling me that as well. Because all the pubs around Stamford Bridge were like booked out weeks in advance. I didn't even know central London was fucked like that. But yeah, that's him saying why you end up on Holloway Road.
No, as I said, I don't have an issue with the photo outside the ground. I'm kind of over that now. It was just that Henri photo that I didn't like. I don't know who did that. So if it was Fata, but we might have some issues, lads. But yeah, listen, as I said, there's no point, right, of us discussing someone who's decided to do something idiotic by putting a flag on Henri's face when you've just won the Champions League. You don't deserve to shine and do that instead.
Yeah, that's calm. We will move on. We're going to go to Conte versus Spurs. Conte with Spurs, but I'm still going to wait for Slav to turn up before we do that. One thing I want to bounce off you guys' head, because me and Flawless were talking about this on Agenda FC as well. They were talking about potential contenders for the Ballon d'Or. If France win the Euros, do you guys think N'Golo Kante has a genuine shout at running for the Ballon d'Or this season?
He should do. If France win the Euros, he should be up there with a genuine chance of it. I'm not sure if he'd win it, but he should definitely be firmly in the conversation for it. Because the impact that he would have had on Chelsea.
He's a great player. But has the defensive midfielder ever won the Ballon d'Or?
It's about damn time.
So it's possible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's possible. They might look into it because look, Messi's had a season where he's done great for himself, but he ain't won.
Not for the team,
right? Yeah, not won something. And Ronaldo's kind of had his. He's obviously getting older. So you're looking at the next generation now. Look, Mbappe had a great Champions League run, but then he got knocked out. Mbappe got knocked out, so he won't give it to him either unless he wins the Euros and does bits there. I do believe that the best player in the Euros, which is normally a striker or a forward, will win the Ballon d'Or this year.
And that's why the Ballon d'Or is because it should just be the best player. If the best player is a right back, the right back should win the Ballon d'Or. But it
Did
depends
Kante win the UEFA Player of the Year? Or is he going to win it or something?
What's the criteria for Ballon d'Or though? Is it individual stats? Is it individual performance?
I think it's just...
What is it? Like, I don't
the best
understand.
player, innit? Who's the best player?
Ronaldo can't win it, it gets cancelled because Lewandowski got robbed last
Lewandowski
time.
won it, Modric won it. It's just the best player that year, innit? The player you look at and go, right, he's just a level above everyone else this year. And Kante has had a very good second half of the season, but must we forget for the first half might be Frank Lampard
I
tax,
don't
but he
think the
wasn't
first
playing.
half comes
No,
into
first
it.
half of the season.
I don't
Oh,
think
it doesn't.
the
You're
first
right,
half
because it's
comes into it.
2021. My
It's
bad.
from
But the
January,
Ballon d'Or isn't based on the entire season though, because then it gets
you know what's
run at
mad,
the
though?
end of the season.
I remember having conversations with Chelsea fans. I think Lewis was involved in this, where you lot were discussing selling Kante when Lampard was still there, and you were saying, "Oh, we should sign Declan Rice instead. We should sign this guy," because
That
Lampard
was
is
not
kind
me.
of.
That was
You know, I'm
definitely
not saying it
me.
was you, but it was some fans that were convinced that Kante just wasn't it on the ball, and you'd rather have Kovacic and you'd rather have these players. And then Kante dropped a Blasic in the semi-final and in the final, on both legs of semis, by the way, to just show the levels he still is. And what is he? What 30 years old? How old is he now? Is he
I think he's
28,
just
29?
turning 30.
There you go. So you still got a couple years left in him, and that guy's engine is insane. So make the
Scary.
most out of it while you can.
Yeah, I will
What's
say
scary
first
about
half of the
him?
season was defo Lampard tax. Man played him as a lone DM when I've said for years that he isn't a lone DM. But as soon as Tuchel came in and he gave him some rest as well, because another big problem with Kante over the last year and a half is that he's always been injured because he's always been overplayed. So we've given him a bit of rest with Jovic taking over for the first month and a half of the season. And
Lewis.
since March, it's just been all N'Golo. What are you saying?
Tomorrow's is about to sign for AC. I think it's nearly done now.
Yeah. They're sorting out the 28 million release clause that we had on him. That's done. It is what it is. Tomori's a great defender. We'll probably regret it. We have enough centre backs. No, I'm fine with it. 28 million. We can put that in the bank for another striker.
Yeah, you got Thiago Silva, you got Rudiger, you got Zuma. Yeah, you might have quite a Reece James. Yeah, man, you might have cool still.
Wallace was just missing out the word Christensen just to
You
make
did that on purpose.
That was
You fully did that on purpose. Look at you, you waste man.
nice to throw that out, man.
You thought we wouldn't notice.
Aspilicueta, Reece James can play there. You know what I'm saying? You lot will be all right.
Yeah,
was
don't
good,
worry,
man.
man.
Very
Defensively, we're fine. And we still got Gay and Mbuyamba coming out of the academy too.
There you go,
Apparently, we're in for another 18-year-old centre back as well. Ain't even heard of the name of this guy before. If you lot remember the name, drop it in the comment section. But we're filled with centre backs. So if we lose Tomori for 28 million, is what it is. Go shine at AC Milan. No hard feelings. It is what it is.
Man. You might on smoke. Yeah, man. Chelsea, you might run smoke. You lot got to do
Yeah,
the business.
the only thing we need for next season is a striker, but I don't even know if we're going to get a striker at this point.
don't get
Lukaku's sitting there twerking for Inter Milan again. Haaland is not going to
Don't get it. I still don't get the Lukaku one.
thing, man.
Because even, like I said, if you're playing him in a 2, that's cool. But the way that Chelsea play with this 3-5-2, you kind of play 2 10s and then a 9. And Lukaku is just not it for you. Lot. When you look at Haaland and Kane and look at Lukaku, the gap is massive.
Yeah, it is.
I just never understood it. And I kind of need Chelsea to do the business because if you lot don't win the league title, Liverpool or City. Bro. So I kind of got to back you lot again.
Hey, don't forget Arsenal.
Arsenal for what? What's going? You mean top 6? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can take
top
two
of the league. We're top of the league.
Oh, so That's actually posted.
Get it on right now. We're top of the league.
The picture of the table with Arsenal top after 0 games.
A man said back where we belong, you know. You know what I'm
Back
saying?
where we belong. We're back in business. Yeah. That's my club, bro. Who's top of the league right now? Chat to me now, bro.
I think I'm not serious. Here's Babs. I love you, man. On my life.
Yo, give me that crown, mate. Pass me that crown my way. It's a king of shameless, bro. That's me, innit?
I'll give you this robe because I'm sweating buckets in this. I can't even lie to you.
Where'd
bro.
you get a robe from? Did you go to a store to buy a robe just for this video?
You're damn right.
Of course
Oh
he did.
my
This is
God.
Shameless.
Literally today, went for the crown, went for the robe, everything.
Was there no blue robe?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
you
nah,
wearing
I
a red
think
robe,
you
Lewis.
put
You
the
asked me
robe
what colour
in.
London is. You get me? Like, even you know.
Right, you know what? Just because
You know.
trying to take the piss out of me, trying to take my
Bro,
shine.
you got your
and
kit on.
everything
Show the
like
kit
that.
colours, innit?
Real shit. Here we go. Now, no excuses. Artem saying Flawless should want us to get Lukaku, so man, you can get their money from Inter. Yeah,
thing is,
you lot are
we don't-
entitled. You lot are entitled to, I think, 25, 30 mil if the deal goes through.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
but the thing is, the thing is with United is not. It's not like a lack of funds. If we had a lack of funds, I would understand. And the problem we have is the way we use our money. So yeah, I don't want Lukaku to go Chelsea because actually no, I won't go that far. I just don't understand it. That's what I should say. I don't understand why Chelsea would go in for him, and because they're trying to compete for top honors. And I don't think Lukaku. When you're looking at Kane and Haaland, Lukaku to me should even make the list. I'm like, if they're the 3
Really
options,
like
how is
that?
Lukaku on it? You tell me who would. Well, you said you'd prefer Lukaku over Haaland, but you obviously take Kane top choice. I just don't get it in it. I don't rate this guy like that.
Yo,
I don't understand the hype.
If you want
at all.
if you want
Go on.
a Lukaku, just take the Egyptian Lukaku from us, innit?
This guy. Man.
What? So you lot can bend us over for another player that'll flop when he joins us.
Exactly.
Been there,
bro, you
done
want
that.
man.
I'm past it.
Nah. You need to put respect on Salah. You get what I'm saying? He did more than a lot of your legends. You get what I'm saying? Torres, what did he win? Suarez, what did he win? You know what I'm saying?
Klopp, that's why.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's still part of it, man. Man won the Champions League and the Premier League. All right, albeit you finished third.
Give a
You know
Origi.
what I'm saying? You wouldn't finish top 4 without Salah.
Yo, Lewis, man, I told you, man, we got a striker at our club right now, and no one talks about him too much, but he's England's under-21 international top goal scorer. He's broke the record of Alan Shearer and Harry Kane, and he's all yours to take. I'm telling you right now.
What
Who
record
Aubameyang?
did he break?
He's talking
No,
about
he's-
Not Aubameyang.
Nah. Oh,
Aubameyang
he broke the record for most goals scored by an under-21 English player for the under-21s. That's over Alan Shearer. So if you don't want Eddie Nketiah now, I don't know what's wrong with you, mate. He'd get all the goals for you. He's a better finisher than Werner is. Take him away. We'll even give you something. We'll give you a Willian as well, as like a little sign-on bonus as well. You know, you can take both of them and celebrate the Champions League.
No, you see what happens when we get rid of this fucking judge man from our club, and saying we're gonna leave.
He's
to win
leaving
the
us as well, though,
Champions League
innit?
in 3 years, and we win the Champions League in our first year without.
It's mad.
Get out
How
of
many
here,
times has it
man.
happened though? It's happened quite a few times. It happened with Coutinho, with Barca. A few players leave clubs to win Champions Leagues, and then the club they leave wins the Champions League. It's mad.
Best thing is we beat
But
Coutinho in the semi-final.
exactly, that's the thing. But Willian, he's actually leaving Arsenal. He's leaving Arsenal. Believe it or not, he's gonna be leaving Arsenal this summer, and I think we're trying to get a transfer fee for him right now. But Inter Miami won him, and he wants to go to Inter Miami. And apparently Chelsea, he wants to go back to Chelsea as well. I don't know if Chelsea won him, but he wants to go back to Chelsea, innit? So
Of course, he'll want to come back to Chelsea.
Don't let him
Close,
in.
Maggie. You should have taken that 2-year deal when we offered it to you.
If Chelsea were like, William, we want you back, we'll give you a 1-year contract, what would your reaction be if you saw him again in that Chelsea shirt? Yeah, I can see what he's in that Chelsea shirt, right?
Pretend that this is bleach.
Bruv, I would literally buy you a Chelsea shirt with William on the back of it if he signed for you again. I'll buy you a home, away, and third kit with William on the back.
He's
I'm
trying
saying
to
you right
go
now.
back there, though, isn't he? He's trying to go back there.
Yeah, he wants to, but Chelsea won't let.
Because he has no awareness whatsoever.
Chelsea
Not on the
wanted
pitch,
to keep him.
Not out of the pitch, no awareness.
So initially, Lampard said he wanted to keep
I
him.
think we would pay money for him.
Listen, mate, little transfer fee and that, we'll take it, innit? We'll take it. We'll pay. Listen, people are saying £15 million. I take £15 in general. Just £15. I don't want £15 million. Just take him back at this point, right? And then you can have him, and he's a good squad player, great experience. He's a Premier League winner. And look, as I said, man, he can get a couple assists off the bench. Why not, man?
If you want to sell him, send him to Spurs. They've been waiting to complete that medical for about 8 years.
Yeah, Conte would probably love him. No, he beefed Conte, don't he? He beefed Conte when he was
Yeah,
like, but as I said, man, we'll see what happens with Willian.
Yo, Babs, are
Yes.
Arsenal still being linked with Phil Coutinho? If that happens, I'm gonna cry. You know how much I would. You know what I'd do to have him back at Liverpool.
Felipe Coutinho was a player. Let me tell you about Felipe Coutinho. When we had this Raul Leahy guy, this dodgy dealer, let's call him. He was the contracts guy, he knew the people in the alleyways. That's what he was. This guy left Arsenal. Before he was at Arsenal, every day, Coutinho, Arsenal. He leaves Arsenal, and within a week, we went from Coutinho to Hussein Mawar. Changed completely. And since Raul's left, we've not been linking Coutinho once. Not even once. So, no, he ain't coming to Arsenal. We want Buendia, and I've just reading right now that we made a second bid for him. So, yeah, different transfer targets.
Oh, it has been a minute. Yes, Slav. Welcome to Shameless FC.
Yes, bro. Sorry I'm late. I've had the most hectic day, man.
Yeah, Slav was in negotiations with Antonio Conte, I heard. He was in the meeting group.
No, I've had so much to do today. I'm in the middle of making dinner. I've only got like a 10-minute window for dinner. So if I'm in and out, I'm just trying to make some pasta.
Yeah, it's calm, man.
Yeah,
You get
no
what I'm saying?
worries, man. It's
Trying to make some pasta. You want Italian, right? Is that it? You want some
mate,
Italian food?
There's just nothing else in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been so busy. Look, I work Fridays. It's difficult for me. So,
Slavs, it's good to have you back, man. We've missed you. And
how are we all? How is everybody? Lewis?
We are in a great mood, Slav.
Lewis, you look great. You're looking good, bro.
Lewis, put the robe back on, man. Show Slav what you were wearing.
I saw. Someone sent me a. He's definitely gone out. And
See,
purchased.
look, Lewis, red looks perfect on you. Red looks perfect on
I
you,
didn't.
mate.
Wait, Lewis, you didn't tell me you
I
were
should put
borrowing-
the third
Hang on,
kit on.
Lewis, you didn't tell me you were borrowing Babs' clothes.
You know what I mean?
No, man.
I had to deliver it to him. Amazon Prime delivery next day.
This Arsenal shirt. Fuck that.
Lewis, man, you even in the Champions League final, I saw you wearing red colours. Or I'm going to classify it as red. The tracksuit.
Oh, so we're gonna classify it as red, so it isn't literally red.
It's a shade of red. It's a shade of red. I don't know what if it's burgundy. I'm calling
more
it red.
claret and blue than red, but we move.
It wasn't claret and blue.
No,
Lewis, you
more
buzzing?
claret.
It's red.
Oh, is
It's
that-
red. It's as close as red as you can get.
Lewis, you buzzing?
Oh, of course, man. We're
Look
still
at him.
riding this wave. We're riding
But
it.
I remember watching the final, right, and I could see Lewis in the crowd. They showed him like 5 times, and he's in the middle there. He's in his red tracksuit or whatever color it is, and he's got his phone out, he's vlogging, and he's got his mask on. I was like, yo, this guy looks stressed, man. He looks stressed because I
Not
bet you
even
must have.
stressed, just
When
emotional.
in the second
Like,
half, when City were coming onto you, even though they make chances, I must have been difficult, especially when Mahrez had that little shot at the end when they must have. Oof.
Can I be real? The last 15 minutes, it was other than the Mahrez missing the Aguero chip. It was just hurry up and get the game done because I wasn't necessarily
I've got
worried
no-
about a comeback because defensively we're that solid that I thought it was a 1-goal game anyway. Whoever gets the first goal sits back and that's it. For me, it was just hurry up and get this done so I can just say we're champions of Europe and I don't have to worry about this.
I've got no qualms, no issues with that Champions League final. Look, the best team won. Thoroughly deserved. In Tuchel proving he's a really good. I'll be honest. I really didn't think he was a good manager when he came in. I said that at the start. He's proven me very wrong. So yeah, I just got to hold my hands up and accept that I was wrong on this one. He's proven to be a proper top coach and making. I mean, look, I will say that you should be doing. Maybe not necessarily winning the Champions League, but you should be challenging for these kind of things with the money that you spend. I mean, look, you spend hundreds of millions. I think people like myself and Babs would dream of our club spending the money that you spend. Me especially.
They also spent as much as we have the last 6 years.
Me especially. But look, I was wrong on Tuchel. I hold my hands up and thoroughly deserved your win in the Champions League final. And congratulations, enjoy it. That's why I texted you. That's why I sent you that text saying, like, enjoy it. Congratulations. I didn't think it was undeserved. I thought you on the night you deserved it. Real Madrid.
Your father.
If
you're still watching, father, right? If you were still watching, why didn't you go to Spurs' ground instead? That's local as well. Why don't you just go to Spurs' ground and start dancing around their statues?
This is really burnt Babs, you know. He's really
It has, bro. You don't understand how vexed I was, bro. Man was. I started. Do you know what I started doing? I started punching up.
His boys went and did this at the Emirates after the game, and they're all fuming about it.
Bro, man was doing air. I was getting ready for a fight, man. I put Rocky music on. I was ready to go. You know.
You were like
calm down.
You were like Cuba
the Champions League.
Yo, man was in the gym, proper running down the treadmill, getting my anger out, bro. I was vexed. I was ready to fight, man.
He was like Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood. That's what it was, isn't it? Swinging at imaginary. That's what he was like. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That was
Big up
man.
Justice saying Arsenal happy about signing Bazuma and Buendia.
Yes, we are.
Spurs trying
Yes,
to
we are.
sign another manager off the Chelsea trash heap. London is so blue up the Chelsea. I'm here for all the prop, to be honest.
That's fine.
DJ saying as well, Babs, Troops, Lee Gunner, Robbie and White Yardley all admitted Chelsea are bigger than Arsenal. Now it's time for your delusion to end and for you to admit it. We've already gone round on the London debate, and I feel like with Babs, you just don't want to say it. And
Not gonna say
that's
it.
cool.
I'm not gonna say it. You could
That's
win 14 league titles and win 5 champions. I'm never gonna say it. I'm an Arsenal fan. Why would I say that? I'm not gonna sit here and admit the truth. Agendas before facts. Always. You know what I mean? But I respect it because obviously I know the reality, but I'm just gonna ignore the reality. You know, just put it to the side.
Yeah, and that's calm and everything. We are here at Shameless FC, so I'm not going to ask you to come and use logic properly on any of this.
You guys discussed the Tottenham managerial hunt that's been going
No, we were waiting
was
for
waiting
you,
for
bro.
that.
We were going to get into that as soon as you arrived. I want to hear
Once
your
you eat your
thoughts
pasta,
on
we're
your
gonna get you on,
content,
mate.
Bro, Babs, mate.
Although he sounds like he's kind of taking a bit of a U-turn on you guys now.
I'm quite literally making.
Alright, Lewis, let me reply to the guy that said Arsenal signing happy about Basura and Buendia. I think the position we're in right now is, I think you said that we spent the same amount as Chelsea have net spend in the last 6 years, and we ain't on your level right now. Why is that? It's because what we do is we want the big name superstar players that are on massive wages that won't improve our team necessarily, but we want them just to please the fans and get them excited for the summer and buy the party hard shirts and stuff like that. But what we need to do now to get back at that level is be smart with our signings. And in my opinion, at least, Yves Bissouma and Emi Buendia is on the right path of doing that. They're not superstar players. They're not ready-made Lukaku's and Harry Kane's. But we can't afford that player or attract that player right now. So you can't go and sign free agents or sign players like a Felipe Coutinho, who for me is not what we need right now, but he's a big name. Sign players that are right profile. And we need to follow what Liverpool did. That's why I respect Liverpool massively as a club, because at Chelsea, I can't really compare him to Arsenal because you have a different way of doing it. Liverpool have shown with smart acquisitions like Salah and Mane and Firmino, not superstar players, if you make the right signings, you'll get back into the position of winning the Champions League and the Premier League.
So, what would you say your starting 11 is going to be like with Bissouma and Buendia? No, not even with just them two. If you get all the targets that you want, your main
Bissouma's
target.
not on the top of your list, I read. You're not interested.
No, I didn't say he is. I'm just saying I want him as an Arsenal player. So he said I would be happy. I would be happy if he signed him. I really would be happy. I think he's a great player. And I think he's a player who's Premier League experienced. He's Premier League proven. We don't sign enough players, unless it's a Chelsea player like Czech, Willian or Luiz, who are basically retired. We don't sign enough Premier League proven players in the peak of their careers. And Bissouma's 24 years of age, and I think he'd be perfect. Not just for Arsenal, but for Man United as well. So I think he's a very good player. He's not on the top of our list. We want more of a... I've heard Camavinga's a name we want, but I just think he's too young for it. And we ain't going to afford him either. So, yeah, I think Bissouma and Buendia definitely I definitely take it.
I don't think anyone's worried about who you sign as long as you have Mikel Arteta in charge.
That's fine.
Plus 5. I do like Bissouma though. I'm a big fan. I want him at United if we don't sign Ndidi. Like, I'm a big fan of Bissouma, and I don't think he'd be the most expensive, and he can get better as well.
Well, what manager do you give credit for Bissouma's development?
Well, you know.
Where was he at before Brighton?
He was at Lille. He was at Lille with Gautier. I think it was Gautier.
Yeah, Gautier, the manager.
I think it was. I'm not sure if it was actually. I'm not sure.
He's definitely 100% fully responsible for Bissouma's credit, Bissouma's development, and I have no idea.
So what we were hearing today about Bissouma is, so apparently other clubs do want him. Man City have interest. Liverpool, I don't know if they do, but I think they have, and they don't. I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, exactly. I think Man United want him as well, but I think the Arsenal's AFC Bell today said that his heart is set on Arsenal. He wants to come to Arsenal. And I think that's because he has ex-Lille players here as well, Gabriel and Pepe. But we'll see how that works out, man. I'm not really that bothered. But I am excited about these transfers that Arsenal get linked to, because I don't want it to be the big names right now. I've had it with Pepe and Partey. Big signings, big money. And how has that worked out for us? So let's change the approach. Sign right profile and the right signings. And I hopefully we can get better.
So just for the record, we're calling Pepe and Partey flops.
No, not flops, but I wouldn't say this as effective as signings as it could have been. You know, and I say this in a way of I love Thomas Partey. This shirt has Thomas Partey in the back of it. I was partying hard in the summer, too much for my liking. I was zooming. But if we had spent that money on deadline day and split that fee 25-25 and bought a number 10 and maybe a Soumare who's gone for 25 right now, then you might have got top 4, got closer to top 4, because you have that number 10 from the start of the season, as well as a decent enough deep line playmaker or a box to box. So I think Pepe is a great signing, and so is Partey, money wise, but they ain't been as effective or as efficient. That's the word, efficient. We're not being efficient right now, and we need to be more efficient.
To be honest, it is mad that with deep how bad your season's been, but you still only finished 6 points behind top 4.
Exactly, and that's why I say,
as well.
Yeah, 6 points.
That tells you what you need to know about the Premier League, though, when you get the reigning champions falling off and finishing third. You know what I'm saying?
I think Chelsea finished with one more win than Arsenal did.
Did we? 1 second.
One more win. I think you had 19, we had 18. So, you know, as bad as we were, if we just had that... Yeah, but as bad as we were... Yeah, exactly. And I think Liverpool had 2 more wins than us.
It's something
That's
like that.
disgraceful, man.
So it just goes to show that if we had that number 10 for the start of the season, for that Burnley game we lost 1-0 at the Emirates, and Wolves, and those games where you just need a bit of creativity, if we had that player there, we might have got 3 points there. We should have got 3 points there, but we didn't have that number 10 for the first half. We had this Donny instead. This curse of a man.
Like William, man.
So... Yeah, look, man, as I said...
One sec, Baz, was he not your highest assist of the season, or second?
He actually was. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah, man. See, so clearly he's not the problem.
It just goes to show the state of my club right now. So that doesn't sound how good Willian is. It just shows how shit my club is. If you watch him...
hated more by their own fans than Willian.
Do you know what it is? It's because he does nothing. Like, it's not like he does anything bad. He just does nothing. Like, he's on the pitch.
Real.
And it feels like we're playing with 10 men. It feels like we're playing with. It feels like he's just occupying. He's like a, it's like a, what's the word? A GoFundMe, and this guy's got like a Make-A-Wish Foundation has put a person in there, and he's just sitting in there. He's just enjoying life. He's got like a VIP experience on the pitch. He's not doing anything for Arsenal. He's not getting any goals or assists consistently enough. But he will then get 5 assists, and Arsenal fans will be like, oh, he's, or some fans will be like, he's got assists. Watch him play, and I can assure you, he's one of the worst, one of the most average players, one of the most pointless players I've ever seen play for Arsenal.
Adding on to Ryan's point, is there a player who has been hated more by two clubs that he's gone to? So Chelsea fans disliked him, and then Arsenal fans hate him, because Lewis was saying from the jump.
Nah, you love this guy because they made some Grammy Award-winning chant for him because he fucked Tottenham off in 2013.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason why they loved him. I was like, as a player, the definition of mid, man. Do you know what? Every game I used to see this man walk to the corner flag, and I was like, someone take him off it for fuck's sake. Because he always do the same thing. Hit the first man, do his little thing where he just spins his leg around on the right hand side.
His assists were mostly corners. His assist was mostly corners and free kicks. So, still the fact that
Arteta assists from corners from you guys.
No way. His first assist was a corner. It was for Gabriel Magalhaes. His first assist was a corner. His second was. No, it was a hat trick. I think he got 3 or 2 on his first game for Arsenal. But look, he looked
in Arsenal history.
I don't think he's a really bad player. I just don't think it just hasn't worked out for him, Arsenal. I'm not trying to be ultra disrespectful to him as a person. Get on with your life. Go enjoy yourself. Go in Dubai. You do your restaurant business, but Arsenal's not the club for you. Go into Inter Miami and have a nice time there. See you later.
I'm still surprised he's actually going to leave London. The whole thing was he wanted to stay. I thought he was going to spend 3 years at you lot.
If Spurs, Crystal Palace, or West Ham want a world-class, top Brazilian international Premier League winning right winger and left winger and number 10, then take him away.
I'd be really surprised if he makes a move. It has to be a big ass contract deal for him to go, because
no club would be smart enough to pay. So what if I'm right in saying he wanted to stay at Chelsea, but you gave him a 2-year contract and not a 3-year contract?
Yeah.
So he would have stayed at Chelsea if he had accepted that. So he could. Your club gave him a new contract as well. Like, how does this guy do it? How does he do this? He had Arsenal give him a 3-year contract.
He must be like
Arsenal gave him a 3-year contract. Chelsea gave him a 2-year contract, and Barca gave him a 2-year contract as well. Like, how does this guy do it? Like, his agent must be some next level guy, right? He's doing some next level juju.
I don't know how he does it. We treated him like a legend at the club, and I was sitting there like, huh? Have some standards, please. We literally have Eden Hazard on the other side of the wing, and you want to call this guy a legend?
But what has Hazard won? What's Hazard won that Willian hasn't?
Facts.
I don't make the rules. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No. La Liga. That's it. We can run with that.
La Liga. Williams won the Shakhtar the next league. Well, with the Ukrainian league. There you go.
No,
you'll put some respect on that, you know.
I even called it a Shakhtar the next league. I didn't know what country it was.
Russian league? Is it the Russian league or the Ukrainian? No, it's Ukraine.
It's Ukrainian league.
It's Ukraine, man. Yeah, it's Ukraine, Ryan. Yeah, it's Ukraine.
That team had Willian, it had Fernandinho, and it had Alex Teixeira.
Yeah, we wanted him.
We were always linked with him
as well. Mm-hmm. And he just disappeared off the face of the map. I think he went.
They even had Fred. That Shakhtar team had Fred as well.
Did they have Hulk? No, Hulk was Zenit.
And Hulk. So look, Hulk.
No, I remember Hulk.
No, Hulk was at Zenit. Hulk was at Zenit.
Yeah. He destroyed us in the Europa League. I remember.
Hulk to Chelsea. That was like the fucking sniper.
My only memory of Hulk is him on FIFA and him in those adverts where he's kicking a ball through walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, a bunch of random shit. Slav, where you at, man? Because I want to talk about this Conte.
Yeah, and fun of the Arteta comment as well.
1 sec. Wait, stall me for 2 seconds.
It's Antonio. Yeah, tell him hi from us. He was like, Daddy was like, yo, listen, Slav, we're interview right now with Antonio Conte. We need you here right now, mate. We need you to convince him that.
Saying, yo, Slav, Conte's bailed out on us. We're gonna have to go for Potter now.
Do you know what? If they don't get But you know what it is though? I was looking at a
Spurs
video. I
ain't gonna
think
infect him. Come on, man.
I watched a video of Expressions, and I think he put it very well. He said that Spurs' new season tickets were up for renewal. So it could be a part of that, but I do believe Conte eventually will join Spurs. I think Spurs will just give him the money, and
Hello?
I think he will. I think it's inevitable.
What's the question?
We're talking about Antonio Conte. Is he going to?
Yeah, so the latest is basically we've just, as of like the last hour, we just hired the director of football from Juve. We got a here we go from Fabrizio on that. I don't know his name, Fabio something, Partisi.
But
He's the guy that actually got Ramsey on a free from Arsenal. So he's just joined, and the reason why I say I think he will. I agree with Babs. I think he will come. Is because of why would we hire this director of football who Conte works with for the majority of his career for him? Do you know it just doesn't make any sense. At the moment, the latest is Conte. There were positive talks today, and Conte will make a decision at the end of the weekend. Wouldn't surprise me if he said no. All he has to do is watch a video of Musa Sissoko playing football, and it's enough to put you off coaching for life. So we'll have to wait and see. But I feel like it's just dragging on now. I'd be a bit disappointed if it didn't come. I hope he comes. I'm a bit excited. I spoke to Lewis briefly about it yesterday. The guy at the moment is the main man when it comes to coaching, bar Pep and Klopp and Tuchel probably. And if you said to me when we sacked Mourinho 50 days ago, we're going to get Conte, I probably would have laughed at you. And it was looking like it was going to be Poch, and then Conte became available, and it's like that meme when like the guy's looking behind when he's walking with his girlfriend and he sees the better option. That's Daniel Levy in a nutshell.
Slav, who would you rather have though if you could choose, Poch or Conte? And be real.
It's a tough one because Poch is Poch, and I love Poch. Conte though, I just feel like he guarantees instant success. Like there's no guarantee. As much as I love Poch, it could just be 5 years of being great with nothing to show for it again if he came. But with Conte, I feel like if Conte comes, you just know you're going to get something out of it, whether it's a League Cup, an FA Cup, a league title, whatever it might be.
But I don't think Conte's coming to Spurs to win a League Cup or a FA Cup.
No, I know. I'm saying
he only goes to clubs to win league titles, and that's what he did at Chelsea and at Inter Milan. And I just, I personally believe, though, I looked at your personnel and your squad, and there's a lot of stuff that makes sense, He wants a striker who's great with his back to goal, and you got Harry Kane there. If he stays, a striker that runs in behind with Kane, Son's already there. He has Sanchez and Martinez at Inter. He's got a right wing back already who is all right. I'd say in Doherty is a natural wing back, so he will sit the system. He will know how to play there. Reguilon can play a wing back as well. He's got a deep lying regista type of midfielder like a Højbjerg. He's got a press resistant midfielder like a Undembele, and you've got a ball playing centre back like Alderweireld. So he's got a lot of personnel that makes sense, and he can make a few little signings as long as Harry Kane stays. He does, but as long as Harry Kane stays, that's the key.
If Conte doesn't come, I think Kane will go. If Conte comes, I think he'll stay. Because there's an interview from Conte a few years ago saying how much he loves. I mean, firstly, he said if he takes this job, he demands Kane stays. Secondly, we need a whole back four. Four new centre halves. And I think Ryan. There are players coming back from loan that I think can do a good job in his system. Ryan Sessegnon did really well at Hoffenheim this year. Good season for him. He's a talented player. We just need to overhaul the squad a little bit, get rid of some of the shite, and bring in some decent young players, or just some decent players, which I think is what the director of football has been.
Yeah, but Conte don't really prefer the younger signings as well. He prefers the older players with more experience.
Well, you say that. Last year he pushed Inter to try and get Ndombele, and obviously Levy said no. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't want to say anything yet because it's not done, and I don't want to get my hopes up because he can very easily just say no. And then it's back to square one.
But this is the issue, though. I'd say, if Conte says no, the window opens in less than a week now. You got to act quickly. You can't then go. Conte's not said yes. So what do we do? We I don't know. Give it to Ray Mason or is it get Scott Parker or something like that? But you need the manager needs time. You can't be making signings and the manager's not here yet. Like that's the stupidest thing you could ever do. You need the manager to be there so he makes the signings that he wants. But yeah, if Antonio Conte goes to Chelsea to Spurs, it'd be a great move for Spurs. I'm not sure about Conte because I don't know if he's the right club, but
That was my point on it. Like, it's kind of like Spurs are going all in again because we know what Conte is like. We know we've seen him. That's
But
why he's
why
leaving
is
in
that?
Milan. We've seen him fall
I
out
think
with the Chelsea
Levy's
board as
hand.
well.
I believe Levy's hand's been forced here because he's going. I'm about to lose my star franchise player. He's about to go, and I've got to do something to keep him. And they can't be getting a Scott Parker and getting young players. And he wants, if Conte comes in now, the conversations will probably be with Levy is that I need to win the trophy or a title in the next 3-4 years or the next 1 or 2 years, and get me the players I need right now. So I heard today that, I don't know if it's legit or not, but I heard that Spurs could be after Matic if Conte comes in. Now that would be a Conte signing. I'm not sure if he's a player, but an experienced player who's got title winning experience at a top club like Chelsea, for example. I think he wants players like that can just win right now
like
and then
Conte.
leave.
Oh
but
my
now you
goodness.
see see Patrici now. I was looking into him as a sporting director of football, and I was speaking
The
to a
man
few
said
fans
your
about him.
marquee signing is Nemanja Matic.
No, it won't be marquee though. They've already got good players in that squad. They just need to utilize them the right. Look at this is what I'd say. You look at Chelsea in the back four under Frank Lampard, and you were really bang average with the players you still have right now: Mount, Havertz, Werner, all these players. But you look how you transitioned into a back three because you suited it, and look how you've become now. You become one of the best teams. Obviously, now right now the best team in Europe because you won the Champions League. With Spurs, it could be the same as long as they can, because they've got the personnel already in there. But Patrici's a guy I've looked into, and I think he's got a really weird record. I think he swapped Danilo for Cancelo, if I'm right in saying, and he bought Ramsey in free transfer. He brought in Matuidi, and he
he's got a
sold a
mixed
couple
record.
good strikers and brought in Higuain and
He
Kadira.
got
And
Ronaldo at the end of the day.
he did get Ronaldo, but that's fair enough on that. But you're not going to get Ronaldo. That's
I
you know.
know.
It's like Spurs need a Luis Campos right now. That's what they need. A person who just excels in finding talent, like a Bernardo Silva and Mbappe and players like that. And then
You find
if you want to sell onwards,
You've got Weston McKennie, who's unbelievable.
yeah, but he's not as good as Mbappe or a
He
Bernardo
could be.
Silva. Or
He's
look at the players that Luis Campos has signed and sold for. Like they
Yeah, but
signed
Lewis Campos
Benjamin
did an
Mendy for
interview-
£40 million.
Lewis Campos
So
did an interview and said he doesn't want to leave Leo at the moment. So
he's left.
I think he's still there technically.
No, he's left. He's left, and he's in talks with Nice right now. He's not going to go there. Real Madrid, Man United, and Arsenal all negotiating. But he ain't coming to Arsenal. I know that for a fact. But yeah, he's available right now. So if you want to get him, you can get him right now. But I think Levy's. Sorry.
Don't you have a director of football?
Yeah, we don't. We have one, and Fabrizio said today that he rates Edu very highly. I don't know why, but that's what he said. But yeah, listen, man, we'll see where Conte goes. But if he goes, I will be scared. I won't lie because he's a great manager. But then again, I realized that Spurs had Mourinho, and I was scared of Mourinho to start because Mourinho.
I hear that. Mourinho won his last title 5 years ago. Conte won his last title 3 weeks ago.
But what Conte did though at Inter was he got players exactly how he wanted. Hakimi, Lukaku. At Spurs, who did Mourinho get that he really wanted?
And that's my
Don't even
thing.
know,
That's why
to be honest.
that's why I don't.
But that's
I
what
don't
my
get it.
problem is. You'll be
don't
worried
understand
about Conte, but probably for season 1. Season 2, when he doesn't get more players that he wants on top, I just see him falling apart.
That's my
Levy
whole
and
thing.
Conte sounds like a match made
Chelsea
in
had
hell.
this-
I can't lie.
This is why it doesn't make sense on either end. Like you said there, it being a match made in hell. I don't get this. I really don't understand it on either
I think it's
part.
because
Also, go on,
Harry
go on,
Kane
sir.
and Son. So they've said that as well. Fabrizio came out is that Son, like I told you months ago, Son is signing his new contract this summer,
Yeah.
and
Is he
when
still?
yeah,
Fair enough.
Huh?
Fair enough.
he's getting a new deal, and we've got these two world-class forwards in Kane and Son, and there's no point in a project. You want to win with them, you win with them now. And so I think Levy should bite in the bullet, and you're getting someone in to win with them. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
He
Didn't
could
work
go
with
the
Mourinho.
Mourinho way though. Yeah, it could. I could see this going to
But
Mourinho.
Mourinho's different from Conte.
You
Conte's
No,
modern day
He is-
Conte
I'm
is
not-
modern day winner.
Yeah, I'm not
Mourinho's
saying that. I'm not saying I believe Conte is the better manager. What I'm saying is I can see the same result at the end if he doesn't get what he wants. We've
If he
seen him
wins,
fall
if he
out.
wins a league title while he's here, then
I don't think he wins a league title though.
I do. He's won a league title in 5 out of the last 7. Sorry,
You reckon he
7
wins a
out of the
league
last
title if he comes to Spurs in 3 years?
He's been a club manager 7 seasons and 2 international, and in those 7 seasons he won the league 5 times and won 6 cups. And then with the Italian national team, he got to the quarterfinals with like Giaccherini up front, the Sunderland guy, if anyone remembers him.
Giaccherini.
This guy will succeed wherever he goes. He just doesn't stay around for very long.
Thing is, Slav, I agree what you're saying.
I
There,
could
but
see him winning the League Cup or FA Cup, but not.
didn't
not
Mourinho
Premier
have
League.
the
I
same
don't think he went
record?
to Premier League.
Where Mourinho had won a trophy everywhere he'd gone. Like everywhere he'd gone, Porto. I mean, so that's why if Mourinho could have won at Spurs, I just think, I don't know, man.
But I think if Conte comes, I think he's going to get back. Also, apparently, our naming rights for the stadium is very close to the deal, which brings
What's it gonna be called?
I don't know, but it brings in. But we just
Please
hired
be
a guy.
Nando's. I'll beg it be Nando's. The
We hired a guy.
Nando's
I
FC
think-
Stadium.
I think it might-
Oh,
I think
listen.
it might be Amazon. I think it might
Imagine
be
it.
Amazon.
Peri Lane.
I think it might be Amazon, but we brought in a guy who I can't remember his name to do this deal, and I mean, if that happens, then we're gonna have so much money. So that's where I think this money's coming from. But well, I don't know, mate. I haven't even got this manager yet. There's not really much point in me sitting there going, "We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." At the moment, we technically do not.
Hypotheticals. Yeah, it's
We've hired
hypotheticals, of course, but yeah.
hired a director of football before we hired a fucking manager. What's that?
Yeah, I
about?
wish my team would hire a friggin' DOF and sack our manager, but here
But
we
what I
are.
can't deny, look, Conte
But
turns
you
the
haven't,
job-
have you, Flawless? Instead,
I
you
can't
missed
big
out.
up
It's
Broad,
still
not
a
like
Albion.
ambition.
Big up, bro.
So
Say that again.
Yeah,
Yeah, Slav, what were you saying?
I can't knock the ambition of the board if they've gone for Conte.
Oh yeah,
You,
that's
you can't knock it, but if
No.
you start with that ambition, you have to start as you mean to go on.
Yeah.
You
there's
don't
no
have to
point.
continue to
I
run
don't
with
want Conte if he's not getting backed.
Yeah, because I'll be real, the car crash that's going to come out is not worth it. He will
But
throw your season
I
away
love
if you
the
don't get
passion
what he
he's got.
wants.
His passion on the touchline is different class. It's jokes.
Nah, he does. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's why I
proper-
fell in love with him like that, man. From the first match day when he jumped into the crowd after Diego Costa's last-minute winner against West Ham. I've always loved this man. If he goes to Spurs, same energy as Jose, in my opinion. I never hated Jose at Spurs. I could never hate Antonio Conte. And also understand why he wouldn't show that loyalty to us either, because we didn't give him what he needed straight after winning the league title, and we painted him out to be the reason why we fell to 5th place. It wasn't him. It was the shit players that we brought into the side to replace the good players that we got rid of.
That's the same
That'd
reason
be the
why.
same thing as
Flawless
the downfall of Spurs. Go on, Ryan.
That's the same reason why Flawless loves Ollie, because of his passion on the touchline, innit?
ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
ha,
no
ha.
one sits in the dugout on his iPad like Ole does.
Yeah. On his
Ha, ha,
iPad,
ha.
looking at managerial tutorials on YouTube, innit?
Ha 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 ha. That's what Klopp needs in that. That's why he finished behind him in the league.
Oh, yeah. That was centre back injuries tax, innit?
Yeah, it's what it is. Our manager's a
Wait.
taxing himself.
Babs, want some popcorn?
Our manager's
Yeah, it's not
himself.
Slav Babs for once. You love to see it.
What happened? I lagged out. Wait, what'd you say? I lagged out.
Oh no, it's not you and Slav arguing for once. It's Flawless and Ryan.
Me and Ryan did it always.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Ryan's that proper annoying little brother who just chat shit, but he's funny with it as well. He's really irritating and that. You know what I'm saying? But you finished behind us on that. I don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Finish
5
above you,
points
man.
behind you with
Yeah,
Reece
do you
Williams
like
and Matt
football?
Phillips.
5 points.
Yeah. Get the popcorn out, lad.
5
Get the
points.
popcorn
50
out,
points.
man.
I
He's
got
on
my
Mattering
drink
that.
anyway. We're
you
still
know.
celebrating. Let's go.
You lot losing to Villarreal in Europa League, and you know what the best thing about that was? They lost in the most heartbreaking way. You know, the 11th penalty of a shootout. You know, oh, I love to see it, bro. I was buzzing.
How many finals did you lot get to this season?
One bad season, innit? When
Well,
was
they
the last
won
time
the
you won a
Champions
trophy,
League and
innit?
the Premier League in the last 2 years.
Say that again.
They won the Champions League and the Premier League in the last 2 years.
Are you sat in the cup end, Slav? You get me? Or are you just gonna kick me in while I'm here down in that, innit? Are you sat in the cup end, innit? You know what I'm saying in that? This is Shameless FC in that. You know what I'm saying in that. We ain't talking we're talking about this season where we finished above them. You get what I'm saying? So we had a better season than you lot, and our season was trash.
Last season.
We both,
I'm
we
saying.
literally both in the same pot for the Champions League, and we both won no trophies.
We won both. But we finished
Are
higher in the
we?
league.
Oh,
Who won higher in the
That's
league?
a shame, innit?
Us and United are in the same pot.
Yeah,
Pot two.
even
That's
Tyron-
an easier pot. Like we'll
Yeah,
get.
even-
Us two are
Go on.
getting easier draws for the group, you know.
Hey, don't talk about no easy draws in that. I ain't hearing that.
Yeah, not
You
with
know what I'm
Ollie in charge, innit? Man
Yeah,
screwed up
facts.
in the last game, innit?
saying? Yeah, facts in it. And Klopp finished behind him. How embarrassing! Imagine your greatest ever manager finishing behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Man should be sacked
When was
off
last
that
time you
alone.
won a trophy again? 4 years? Is it?
Yeah, 4 years. Mm-hmm.
God, Arsene Wenger's
Ollie
won more trophies in the last 4 years than
That's
United.
Oli Tax in it. That's the manager. You back in it. And
Oh,
tell me
you
straight in
can't
it.
blame Ollie.
in
Tax-
it.
Well, yeah, you can, to be fair.
Yeah, you can because he's been manager the
You
last
can
3-4
actually, yeah.
years. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, you still got Ollie at the back of that United shirt, innit?
This guy a prick, you know. I ain't got no Ollie at the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
Why
You
did
lot,
you bring him in?
you lot don't need to argue in pot 2 and pot 0 and everything like that. It don't matter, man. Let's just talk about pot 1 and
What is-
the champions of
Oh,
Europe.
We were in
And
the
also
last
Europa League winners as well. Big up Villarreal and that too.
Yeah, big up
Before we
Villarreal.
end the stream, we might as well. I'd wanted to do this as well anyway. I wanted to go through our team of the season for we'll go Premier League season only because
Okay.
if we go Champions League, then we're gonna unlock some bullshit and we're gonna be here for an hour because I won't rest with about half the players in the squad. But actually no, I can't even be asked to set up the thing. I'm just gonna do it on the bottom. Who are we gonna put in goal first? What's everyone saying?
Emi Martinez.
Yeah, I'd say
That's a
Martinez. I
shout,
wouldn't
to be
argue that.
fair. I don't-
Good dude.
I wouldn't argue Martinez.
What about
Lewis, you gonna get on screen?
what about the goal scoring goalkeeper?
No, next.
Oh, you mean the
Oh,
keeper who
no,
finished?
man.
The goalkeeper who finished third? No, we good.
The keeper
Don't
who
worry.
scored
Oh,
who
no,
scored
no.
goals in it.
We'll
I
go with
can't
the
believe you
goalkeeper.
finished
We'll
above
go
us
with
in
the
the
goalkeeper
table
that
by
got
one
16.
bullshit 96-minute winner by a goalkeeper.
We'll go
I
with the
can't
keeper
be
that
asked
got
with your
16
club.
clean sheets.
I swear it was 95th minute. Oh, that's
Well,
one of my
bullshit
favorite moments. I keep
regardless.
watching that like 20 times a day. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't blame you. I've been watching the Champions League final on repeat with the same vim. Trust
You
me,
see
man.
that? You've been watching the Champions League final, and he's been watching his team score winner
Oh,
against
so
the
what have you been
championship
watching?
side.
David De Gea's
Levels
penalty
and that.
miss.
Levels. This guy is a prick.
We'll go with the goalie that kept the most clean sheets in the league.
Oh, Babs, you got up for me. Perfect, my G. Yeah, we'll go Emi Martinez in goal, then we'll run with it. Right back, who are we picking and why is it Reece James?
I'd go
go
João
Cancelo
Cancelo or
personally.
Kyle Walker. But yeah.
Nah, Cancelo fell off, to be fair.
It's
Do you
Cancelo.
reckon? That's just...
Cancelo
Cancelo
left me a
will-
little bit.
Cancelo was
Cancelo.
wavy though. To be fair,
I
He
thought
was
it was
wavy.
more of an option for
Kyle
the left
Walker, the
back.
second half of the season was unreal.
It's
Can you
Cancelo.
please
Cancelo
tell
had a
the
strong
comments
first
that-
half, but I'd say
Please tell the comment section this is a league team of the season, not a fucking.
if I hear
champion.
Kyle Walker's name in this, I'm gonna riot.
Kyle Walker was unbelievable. You don't understand or watch football if you disagree. End of
He's
conversation.
crap, man.
to be fair, Cancelo, you're right. He was
You think Kyle
different
Walker's crap?
levels in the first
You
half.
don't understand football.
He's
Like,
rubbish, bro. He's a walking penalty, bro.
He does give away a lot of penalties.
He just gives away a
He
lot of
does,
penalties.
he does give away a lot of penalties.
To be fair,
I don't
as you
think
said,
gave away one
Kufal
penalty
from
this
West
season.
Ham deserves a shout. Kufal.
You get
Oh,
away
yeah,
one
Vladimir
penalty.
Kufal.
yeah, he's done well in fairness.
Where
Yeah,
do
he's
you
had a
look
great
up?
season for West Ham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kufal one there.
You're gonna go Kufal or we're gonna go for? I feel like I'm leaning a bit more towards Kyle Walker, but I can
Kyle
hear Kufal.
Walker.
Nah, not Kyle Walker. Man.
Nah, Kyle Walker's been class.
unbelievable.
he's not
What?
been better than Cancelo though.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Cancelo's been better.
Oh,
I
I
thought
hear it.
Cancelo was-
You don't say Kyle
Correct me
Walker
if
or
I'm wrong,
Cancelo.
Has Cancelo been played more at left back?
He's played
No,
both.
no,
to be
right
honest.
back.
Yeah, he's played.
Kyle
both.
Walker
Right.
is different.
Let's put
Kyle Walker
Kufal
is
in there, man.
different class.
Go on, if we're gonna go Kufal, let's go Kufal.
Yeah, let's
Cool.
go Kufal.
I ain't arguing the case for a City player. Cool.
I wasn't really gonna argue the case for a West Ham player. To be fair, same energy.
Centre-backs,
Alright.
Stones and Diaz next.
Andreas
Yeah.
Christensen and Thiago Silva, please.
Nope.
Thank
No
you.
Thiago Silva with
Lewis,
Diaz.
it's not a Champions League
Thiago
team of the
Silva's a
season.
shout.
I know.
Thiago
I'm going
Silva.
for the guy who came in and dropped 15 clean sheets in 15 games.
Thiago Silva.
I
Right,
also
left
thought
back.
gonna-
Wait. Man tried to sneak
Hey,
Gabriel
how
in there.
did
Like,
you
you know,
sneak
look
Gabriel in there like
Gabriel.
nobody would notice?
at this guy, what a prick. Man said Tierney and Gabriel. So
Hey,
look
we
at this
didn't
guy.
ask for flops of the season. What are you doing?
You know?
This is
All right,
flops
if
of
we're
the
doing
season,
flops of the season, Saka only scored 4 goals.
I just see what happens when you let Babs take control. CBA. Right, who's going in centre backs?
I
Thiago
don't
Silva,
know.
isn't it? It's Thiago
Yeah.
Silva.
Yeah,
For
I
me,
No,
think
but
it's
Thiago
Silva,
Silva's been injured
yeah.
quite a bit, to be fair.
it's still
Yeah,
How
no, no, he's
How
right.
is it not
right.
John Stones? The guy was
Stones probably deserve it, to be fair.
Yeah,
No,
probably
but no, there's other centre backs as well. We're forgetting someone.
Naldini filling.
Antonio Rudiger.
Rudiger as well. He's coming the second half very well. There's other centre backs. We must be forgetting someone else.
I'd go Thiago.
Fofana,
Silva.
Fofana from Leicester.
Ain't he been injured for a minute too?
You know.
No, but I'm just saying there's names we are forgetting, like him. Deserves a shout.
Nah, Thiago Silva played 23 matches. You know what I'm saying?
How many games did Fofana play?
I think Fofana's had more.
I check now.
Fofana's probably played a lot more.
I
Like, I'll
check, man.
push
Yeah.
for Thiago Silva, but if we're going to do this based on longevity throughout the season, I kind of get it. But in terms of level of his performances, he's had one bad game at the start of the season against West Brom, and that was it.
One sec, I'm checking now for Fofana's numbers. Hold up.
Yeah, go on, have a look, bro.
I'm literally checking it now.
I would go for final. Conte deserves a mention as well, to be fair. And,
He played
Godfrey
20,
was,
he played
Godfrey.
28 games, so he played 5 more.
Yeah, you know what? I'd put Thiago Silva
Yeah,
in
go
there.
Thiago Silva. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is mad. The guy played 23 out of 38 games, and you're putting him in your team.
I
this
wouldn't
season.
agree
How many
personally, but
games
hey,
does Stones play? How many games does John Stones play?
I'll tell you
It
now.
doesn't matter. He won the league.
Oh yeah.
Well, if that logic, then we should just pick the whole City's whole back four, innit?
No, this is done over 38
do.
games of the
Because
season.
No,
You
Zinchenko's
don't
getting good.
pick
but
a team. You don't pick a player in the team this season.
John
that
Stones
played
played
half of the
22
game.
games this season. He's had less
That's
matches.
it. No, no, no.
Thiago Silva's in.
So John Stones played less than.
I would have
less than
personally put
Stones.
Fofana in there.
I'm
Personally,
out.
Stones
personally.
played.
I'm out. It's pathetic. I'm out. I'm done.
Go on.
All right, let's move into
Let's
midfield
go
then.
left back.
Wait, do we need
We'll move into midfield. I think CDM.
Wait,
I think it
hold
should
on.
be.
Wait, wait, wait.
Reel it back.
Sorry,
Reel it
I'll
back.
say
it.
Reel it
Luke
back.
Shaw
You think
in
we
it.
missed
Left back.
out?
Left back's Luke Shaw.
No,
innit?
I don't know what's a left back. I don't know what left back is. We'll move into midfield anyways. See,
Left back. Type in Ben Chilwell on Twitter, my G. You'll get your answer.
he's a wing back.
Luke Shaw.
Can play both.
Yeah, it is Luke Shaw in all seriousness.
Luke
It'll
Shaw.
be Luke Shaw, yeah.
Yeah, he's been just a bit more consistent for me. He goes in. Midfield. Who goes in DM?
Do you think
Jorginho's been good
Kante's
second
only
half.
been decent
And
second
Didi.
half of the season?
And
Nah,
Didi.
I wouldn't put in
Rice as well deserves a shout. I think he's a great
Didi.
Declan Rice.
I think
Nah.
I'd go Declan Rice
Suchek's
over
been better than
Didi.
Rice this season.
No,
Suchek's
Rice has been
better.
fantastic. No, Rice has been
Suchek-
fantastic.
Gundogan's got to go in somewhere probably.
Yeah,
we'll
he'd probably
put
be
him
an
in the
8.
DM.
Yeah, we're not doing Pep, innit?
Yeah, this ain't
No,
Pep
we're not doing
Champions
Pep.
League team.
We need a DM in this team. I say Rice. I'd go, Basmati Rice. I'm going
You
for
go
him.
Declan Rice. I don't know, man.
Nah, not Declan Rice. I'd
I'll
put
say
Suchek
Didi.
before I put Rice.
Yeah, same as for a West Ham. mid,
Don't
I-
worry, we'll do a zoom and we'll put Thomas Partey in and move to the next one.
You might want to go
You
Suchek,
must be
Carl.
mad. Get this zoom merchant.
Now,
out
I'll be
of
honest. I'll put Declan Rice in, but you can change obviously if you guys wanna.
it. I still say I'd rather go for Suchek. People
Yeah,
saying
He's not been a
Kante,
DM.
I get it, but Kante's
Suchek
going
has
off.
been a number 8. If anything, he gets forwards into the box. He's not going to be a DM and sit back.
Ain't he been the DM in the 2-man pivot though?
That's not a DM though. He's the one that gets forwards and Rice sits back for him.
Okay. Can't be
Yeah, but-
Rice. It can't be Rice. Is it really Rice?
You don't rate Rice like that.
I
Listen,
don't
you can
know,
change it. Up
only
to you,
'cause
man.
Only because he's heavily overpriced. Like 80 million, you must be out your mind.
I don't think he's
Alan's been
team
good,
of
but
the
he's been
season,
injured as
though.
well. To be fair,
Alan, I wouldn't say nah. Probably will have to go Rice throughout the whole season. CBA. All right, we'll go
Rice has
into
been good.
we'll go into the midfield.
I go
Gundogan's
Gundogan
one.
Suchek if I'm being
Gundogan's
honest.
definitely one.
Gundogan, and I'd still say we go for Mr. Minerals himself, Mason
How'd you
Mount.
spell his name?
Yo, Mason Mount actually. I would.
How'd you spell his name?
Gun fam, and it should come up.
Gun. Oh yeah, Gun. I'm saying Gun. Gundo.
You're saying KDB? Nah, KDB.
Nah, I
hasn't
don't
had
want
a
KDB.
great
Nah, I
season.
don't
Not
think
by
he-
his standard.
Probably gonna have to put Bruno in there.
Amazing.
Nah. I say we go for money, Mace.
Yeah,
Over Bruno.
Yuri Tielemans is shout.
I'm going for our young player of the season. Yeah.
Tillemans is definitely a good.
Tielemans is a shout.
So wait, hang on, Flawless. Are you taking Mount? Are you saying Mount over Bruno?
Yeah,
This season.
yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I can't argue for Bruno. To
I'd
be
go
honest. I'm still
Mount.
upset about the
What?
Europa League final.
Nah, I'd go Mount over Bruno.
What? Like, I don't rate
I
Bruno
mean,
like
it is
that.
what it
Come
is.
on, now.
I'm not saying Mount's a better player. We're talking this season, so
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that.
okay,
I'm
why
not
is this season? What has Bruno not done this season and Mount has done in the Premier League? Not
like I
Champions League,
said,
Premier League.
Bruno in terms of impact and his numbers is incredible. Watch him play over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Watch him play
Bruno,
over 90
Bruno,
minutes.
you have to give him a heavy eye
Right,
test.
we'll go for the
bro.
best English midfielder
Yeah,
instead. And I hear that. It's fine. We'll move into the attack.
No, get this guy out of
Get him
here.
out, nah.
What are you
What
doing?
is it, Croydon, KDB, whatever, innit?
Yeah, see, we cut the KDB and we'll
What
go.
do you
We'll
mean,
put
Croydon Ross
in
Barkley, bro?
we'll
Get
put in
him
this
out
guy.
of here.
We'll put in Mountney. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, we'll put him in. Goodness me. Bro, seriously, Mason Mount over Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Aye, if you had Mason Mount in your team, you'd say the same thing.
I'm
I
saying
probably would,
Tillemans.
but he not playing for my team right now, so I ain't gonna say it.
I'm saying Tillemans in that. Tillemans should go in
Actually,
there.
yeah, cool. We'll put
Very good
Tielemans in there.
shout. Tielemans
Tielemans,
is a
man.
very good shout. Yeah.
Tillemans in, man.
I think Mount's been outstanding, but I just
Tielemans
think
over Mount.
And actually, when I think about it, I would actually go Tielemans over Mount.
Over the whole
Get
season,
this
fam.
final tax out of here.
Over the whole.
Yeah,
over
bro.
the whole
It
season.
even says that
Tielemans
Bruno
actually
has got
quality.
2 Player of the Month awards. Like, you can't discount that completely.
Player of the Month awards are so heavily based on goals and
All right.
assists. It's not
So,
even
are
funny.
you basing this off watching the player play or just impact alone? Because
Watching the
you can
player
then
play.
say,
Both.
okay, because impact. What's his name? Willock's got more goals than Mount, but doesn't mean he's a better player.
Yeah, that's why. That's
What
why
about
it's
Lingard?
50%
If he
stat,
did it from-
50% eye test.
No, but
You have
Lingard's
to
not-
eye
Lingard,
test
Yeah,
no.
it's only half a season, innit?
Yeah, Lingard. No, I think Gundogan Rice makes sense. Mount is arguable because he's had a good season, but I wouldn't say great. He's gonna
Put
become
Tielemans
great,
in
but
and
great
move on, man.
season.
Just put
Tielemans has
Tielemans
been
in.
very good though, but I think Tielemans over Mount. I don't want to do that. I think Mount's had a better season than Tielemans has had.
You reckon?
But I would put Bruno. I'd put Bruno in there, man. Bruno's
I
got
won't
2
put
Player of the
Bruno.
Month awards. You can't.
Lewis, put it to the chat. See what they say. Put it to the people.
No,
in
but
the
they're gonna
comments.
just
Aye, the
spam
chat's
in.
already going on. We're seeing Bear Mason Mount, so we're seeing
Saw some
a
Tielemans.
few
as well.
Tielemans shouts. So one saying Bruno's clear, one saying
Yo, can we
Bruno
get some
doesn't
Emil
have them.
Smith Rowe
It's
shouts,
mostly
please?
Mason Mount. Few Bruno shouts.
Like, everyone, start
I've seen
spamming
more
Smith
Mount,
Rowe.
to be fair. I've
ESR
seen more Mason
spam
Mount.
now.
Okay, Mount, Tielemans, Mount, Minerals, Mount, more Mount, Tielemans,
Smith
Bruno.
Rowe.
I
Might as well
ain't
be
even gonna
Mount,
lie.
to be
I haven't
honest.
seen one. I haven't seen one.
There's one
Smith
right there,
Rowe.
Lewis.
There's
It's
one.
ESR.
There's one.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. No, there's 2. He's got 2.
There's 2. We got 2. There you go. 2 votes for Smith Rowe. We're getting.
I can't lie. Mount has won by a majority.
Yeah, because it's a Chelsea
Mount
channel.
won by
Obviously, he's gonna
a fucking
win.
majority. Oh my gosh, we ain't doing this. Next,
Okay, we'll give it to you. It's fine.
right? Striker is gonna be Harry Kane. We already.
Yeah, just put Kane in.
Yeah.
I
Then
would
see if
have
Klopp would come back for that as well.
Kane.
You were this close to putting Todd Kane in. I saw that.
Todd Kane. Oh, Todd Kane, the GOAT, you know.
Right, left wing. Who are we
Would you
going
go
for?
Grealish?
Left wing.
Grealish or
Yeah,
Foden?
I'll go Grealish.
Really? I got
Son
I-
scored goals, but Grealish's impact's been immense.
Yeah.
Actually,
You've
leaving
seen how
him.
much Villa have struggled without him.
Honestly, it's actually really worrying the way you think. It's weird, mate. It's weird.
What, me?
All of you.
Well, I
You're
just
interested
give
in
my
looking.
opinion, mate. I would say Grealish over Son. I think Grealish is a better player
Oh yeah, the Jack
and had a
Grealish
better
missed 3
season.
months of- the Jack
Oh,
Grealish missed
I
3
love
months of
Slav
the season.
nibbles. It's
Hold up,
glorious.
Slabs. What's so
Bro,
wild about the
Slav
team so
dashed
far?
out his pasta, a spat out his pasta just to tell me that Son's better than Grealish.
Yo, wait, Slav. What's so wild about that team so far?
No, I'm not talking about the team. I'm
I think
talking
the
about
Rice thing could be a bit wild.
Yeah, but I
I'm
didn't
talking
want
about
Rice.
I'm talking about left wing, Flawless.
Okay, there's something specific, right?
Right,
right.
Heung-min
I thought you meant
Son,
the team.
from
I
left
thought you-
wing came 5th with 17 goals behind Bruno, Bamford, Salah, and Kane.
Yeah, Son gets in for me. Son gets in for
And
me.
he also got 4. He also got like 12 assists as well.
Yeah,
and
Son
we
gets
came
in for me.
7th.
I was gonna put Son on the right, to be honest. And
Just
just
put
put
Pepe in, you know.
I'm for Pepe, what a joker.
Put Son
Right,
on the
for
right,
me-
I don't mind. But Jack Grealish, I love Grealish. I'm a big Grealish fan, but he missed 3 months of the season. You're not putting him in. This is a team of the season.
Was he out for that long?
Not team, not
Was he
team
out
of the
for 3
first 4 months. He got injured in
Who's out-
February, and he didn't play
Foden's
again.
a shout on the
until
left, to be
Tottenham.
honest.
Who's a shot on the left?
Foden.
No, you play Son now. You did. I don't think he played enough games.
Nah,
to be honest.
he didn't play that much start the season, if I'm
You
correct.
play
Yeah,
Son on
Pep
the
did
left.
have him on the bench a lot.
He's just the right winger. Who's on the right?
Team
wing?
of the
Probably gotta
season, not team of the
Probably
first
gotta
4
be
months.
Son on
or
the
the
left.
last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Probably got to be
Also,
Son.
no one takes
Who are we
away
giving
from
it
the
to?
fact that Nicolas Pepe is still at right wing for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's
Right.
Salah, man. It's Salah.
Thank you very much for
Yeah,
watching,
I'm
guys. That is the video of Nicolas Pepe. Now, who's left wing? Who's left wing? Be serious. Who's
I'd
left
go
wing?
Son, actually. To be fair.
Son over Grealish.
Yes.
Okay. Say so.
Yeah, because Grealish, like
Grealish is
Slav said, he was
injured,
injured for 3 months. I rate Grealish highly, but if you're injured for 3 months, you can't get in team of the season.
Yeah.
It's team of the
Watching-
season. It's team of the season.
but
not
hang
team
on.
of the first 3
Orange,
months.
yeah.
You
Devastating
said to me, right? You said you're having Thiago Silva, who's also injured for I think that period of time as well, or at least a
Injured for 3
month.
months?
I said don't
Yeah,
put
months.
Thiago Silva in it. But
Yeah,
you
a month's
guys
a whole
always-
different thing to 3.
Yeah,
to 3
not the
months.
3 months.
Thiago
Yeah.
Silva did not miss 3 months of the season. Did he?
Yeah, he didn't. He missed about 2.
He got injured
If
in
we're putting
February.
Grealish
No,
in, then
he got
there's a
injured in
shout for,
What's his
February.
name? He didn't come
Lingard
up.
in midfield or something.
He got injured in February and didn't play again until Tottenham away about 3 weeks ago.
Bro, his name don't even come up. Look, I'm searching Son up. Look, Son.
Help that. That's to type in Heung-min.
Hmm.
That's not how you spell it.
Well, how do you spell it?
HEU.
Grealish did play 26 matches, but here's what it is.
There we go.
I didn't know that. But yeah, right hand side, it's Mo Salah, man.
Nah, I go Mahrez.
I go Salah or Mahrez.
Mahrez was getting so much stick start of the season, though.
Yeah,
I'm
not having
Is it
Salah
Mahrez?
in that team,
Is
man.
it Mahrez?
Yeah, Mahrez. I swear, Jan was saying the most about him start the
Yeah,
season.
Yeah,
she's
she's got some mad Mahrez
Yeah, she got
agenda.
Mahrez agenda. Yeah, that's
Right. But when we say Salah, what's gonna come out?
Nah, he did play 27 matches, 9 goals, 4 assists.
Salah's like for me, like
It's Salah though.
he got top 4 for Liverpool.
Yes,
That's not having that.
Hang on, I've got a weird one. What about Rafinha?
Yo, that's a shout, you know.
Rafinha's had a good
baller.
season though. It's true.
Yeah. Was he better than Salah though?
No, he wasn't better than Salah.
Well, he's in a worse.
He's a shout. He deserves a mention. He deserves a
I
mention.
don't know about that. Liverpool's team was trash this year.
He's still better than Leeds, though, innit? Let's be honest.
I say with a very late entry, we go for King Kai.
On the right, no.
Lewis,
no.
this is not the Champions League team of the season.
Aye, what
One
show is
thing-
this? This is Shameless
Man's not-
FC. It will run.
Man's not having a guy who can't
Bro,
control
you
the
look
ball
like you're
on the
about
right
to eating
wing,
Burger
innit?
King.
It proper does as well. It's proper plastic and everything. This ain't even legit. But yeah. Oh wait, so we're still keeping Pepe in there, are we?
No, we're
No,
not.
technical difficulty.
We just doing
Mahrez.
Happy.
Oh, what about Bale at right wing? 12 goals in the league. Not bad.
Yeah, if we're doing goals, then we can put Rashford over there. 'Cause I think he outscored him.
Yeah,
all.
Rashford deserves a shout, to be
Anywhere near there, man.
So let's go Rashford then. Cool, works for me. Calm.
True. Rashford done.
Marcus
Right, thank you,
Rashford.
watching lads. There you go.
Fucker in now, you know.
Perfect.
Man,
Right,
but
Rashford gets in the right wing.
Antonio. Sorry, just getting excited.
Oh, so now you're gonna steal our chance as well as our managers. Is that what this is
What
about?
else do you fucking sing for this guy?
Why do
You
Spurs
lot can
and
come up
Arsenal
with
just
something.
think
You're meant to be a
Chelsea-
creative fan base. You can come up with something better than
We're the most
Antonio.
uncreative fan base, we're like.
Antonio. We stole that from West Ham, to be honest. We're just as shameless.
But anyway, look, I'm gonna go because I've got to shoot off. But
Aye, no worries, man. We're about to wrap up
should
the
be
stream
back. I
anyway.
should be here next Friday. Friday's just difficult for me, but I should be here for next Friday if I can get out of work.
Yeah, no worries, man. I think next week we'll probably do an awards show or something like that. We'll come up with a bunch of different categories and we can run with it. But yeah, anyone got any final thoughts before we wrap up the stream?
No trophies in 4 years for a certain team.
Yeah, certain teams went from first to third. You know what I'm saying? But we move in.
Certain teams have been champions of Europe and champions of England in the last 2 years.
Certain teams lost six games in a row at home, including to Brighton and Fulham and them. Man.
And we
But
still ended up with a
And
better home
Burnley.
form than you this season.
Yeah, but you finished behind us in the league. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
so
with
finish
that
behind us in the
many
league.
Williams.
Yeah,
This
Klopp's
is
supposed to be
great.
this goat. You get me? Finishing behind.
So this is how it feels, Slav.
That's how it. Yeah, this is how it feels. Yeah. See how
This
you
is
think
fucking
like.
joke.
This is what it's like for us. See the smile on your face.
Yo, this
like,
goes back and
makes you
forth
feel
on
it.
Twitter as well, literally every day.
Yeah, it's because this guy's just always on my case and that. You get what I'm saying? Because then man won the Power League, Premier League with 5 subs and drinks
That's the
breaks. You know what I'm
Power
saying?
League, Premier League.
It was the Power League, Premier League, 5 subs and drink breaks. That's what it was. It was 5 subs and drinks breaks and that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to pump out their chest. I'm tired of it.
Oh, pump
Power
out that
League, Premier League.
You should have said you lot won the league. You lot won the league with a 3-month break in between.
Yeah, they did 3 months. They did. They won the Power League, Premier League, and that. Everyone turned
Yeah,
up
but
there.
you're
You get
like
me? Take a
100
break.
points clear already.
Of new, you get me that fraud who can't do it in Europe. You know what I'm saying? And that. It's mad. It's mad.
What, like
Tired of
30?
it.
Mate,
Mad,
I
mate.
love this Shameless FC on my life. Big up everyone who is locked in. Big up everyone spamming 2 stars in the comment section as well. You do love to see it. We will be back this time next week for the awards show. We're gonna have a bunch of different categories that we'll put up on Twitter. So check out my Twitter, check out everyone else's Twitter and their socials. It is down in the description below. Smash the like and subscribe button, the follow button to all of these, man. We will be back this time next week. And until next week, we know what we are. We know what we are. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. Smash the like and subscribe button. We out, guys. Love.